my God. It was raining so hard I couldn't film anything. When I came out, I was like, like I could see the floor is wet, so it's okay. Like, let me go back and grab my umbrella. So that's what I did. But I did not expect to be like, when you put your umbrella like this and you're like, because everything comes sideways. I was not ready for this. Last time I was here was on tour with Madonna, so like 5 years ago, right when COVID started, and I was getting so sick. And the doctor that everybody, like all the performers were seeing, like here, was like, yeah, you guys are all together, so you are pretty much getting yourself sick, but it's just a cold, it's okay. And then it was COVID, because I remember like spending 2 days in bed with like crazy fever. I was sore like I'd never been sore in my life. And my friend Nicola, I remember him be like, I can't taste anything. And like those things that now we know. And it's kind of crazy because the world totally changed since then. It's crazy how the world has changed since COVID. So yeah, so last time I was here was right before COVID, when COVID was happening. And my two girlfriends, so it's Lucille and Cynthia. They are in Paradoxal and they live here for the past more than 10 years. And one pursue dance and the other one is like, ooh, I'm sorry, I think she's in marketing. I'm not sure, but she works in an office. That's all I know. Last time I was there, I spent time with them, and it was so nice because when you're on tour, your world is so small. Like, even though you're traveling the world, that's kind of crazy. Your world feels very small, and like seeing them, it's a memory I will cherish forever. For them, it was probably just a regular hang, like we were just going to the mall and talking and having fun. But for me, it was really like I can breathe again a little bit, so that's a big memory for me. Because I'm talking to you, I'm not very productive, and also my camera, she used to follow me. You used to follow me better, girl. What's going on? Oh, I can wash the tomatoes in this. Maybe I can talk to you about why I'm in London. I told you the last time I was in London, and now I guess I can tell you why I'm here. First reason is because sometimes I want to remember that I have free will. So instead of always going to the same place, I kind of wanted to open my mind a little bit. I kind of always go to the States because I used to live there, and I was very like work focused, and I don't know, I was just also very used to be there, I think. So I would always go there, or I would always go to Ivory Coast because that's where my family is. So, and I'm actually going there next week. So that's the first reason. Remember that I have free will. I don't believe as human that we are fully free, because we live in a society that have a lot of rules. Like visas, and depending on your passport and where you're born, you definitely don't have the same freedom as other people. And second thing, I had a talk with my brother. So I had a talk with my big brother. I have two brothers, and the oldest one lives in Ivory Coast, and he was in Paris. In France. And we had a talk, and we were catching up, and we had a talk about, like, I was telling him like, yeah, like I'm feeling better because, side fact, we lost our dad not long ago. And I was telling him that I feel better, but I still have like, I still don't really love my life. And when you had many moments where you loved it, it's very hard not to be able to go back to loving it. And what's hard is like what made you love your life before. Sometimes it don't make you love your life still. Like I definitely I'm evolving and changing, and I think that also living in different countries make you open your eyes to who you are, who you want to be even more, because you realize that there is so many ways to live life. Yeah, if I go back to the discussion with my brother, um, he kind of finished his thing saying one thing that I think is very important, and that's why we need parents, and we need big brothers, and we need big sisters and mentors and stuff like that, because with age, like, your focus, you learn so much, and your focus can be so different as when you're young, but sometimes you need this older person to give you that feedback so you can refocus. In French, he said, on est responsable de notre propre vie, which means we have the responsibility of our own life. And that hit me hard, because I feel like sometimes pepper, yeah, pepper. The feeling is, for me, was that I was moving forward, so I never felt that I was like staying on the same spot all the time, like not moving forward in my life. I did not feel that, but I felt like I was moving slow first, and not really in the direction I wanted to go. So I felt like I was not driving my own life. I really felt like I didn't I was a passenger in my own life. I'm never gonna eat because I'm cooking so slow because I'm talking and I'm hungry. But at the same time, I'm happy I'm talking. It's interesting because all of this discussion, I have them in my head all the time. So it's kind of nice to have them out loud. Hey, 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 hey. So this discussion with my brother was like, and also other podcasts I'm always listening. I kind of feel like, okay, let's do something radical, because Alone, you have free will, you are smart, you're talented, you have experience, you are loved in your personal life, in your professional life. You have so much that is helping you and literally lifting you up, but you're like you know, because you're asking so much question, and you want everything to be right when you grab this thing. And I'm like, maybe you don't know what you need to grab right now, like there is so much stuff up there and you don't know what you need to grab, but at least grab something, please at least grab something. So I was like, I grabbed something, and it was like, I'm gonna move. And I'm really scared. I'm really scared to move from my countryside, my very comfortable place, close to my family, very cheap, where nobody knows me outside of my family. Like, all of this is like perfect, but it's making me not move in the direction I want to move. So, yes. So I was like, okay, I'm going to move back to Paris. And with my brother, we're like, okay, good decision, let's go. And then I talked with my friend Selassie, and she was like, Alone, you already know Paris, you're always there for work, like, you should go to London, you should try London, you never tried London. So I made a call. I asked my friend, hey, could I stay with you if I'm in London? And she's like, I have even better. One of my friends is not even in her apartment, so you can use it if you want. So I'm here. I've been so sad this year because losing my dad was something very, very sad. That's the deepest like sadness I ever felt. I didn't really feel like upset or like stuff like that. I was like deeply, deeply sad. And so I'm like, to be honest, right now I'm kind of scared to say it out loud. I'm like, what can be worse than losing one of the person you love the most in your life? So every fear that I have in my head, that I everything that I'm telling myself to not move forward and not do stuff that is out of my comfort zone, I'm like reminding myself, like, you already experienced some of the hardest things a human being can experience. So fuck it. Okay, Let me cook my eggs.
Of course this happens.
You're gonna get to your spatula.
You think that's what we're gonna need for this, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of like flipping pancakes.
You know, if it's just mud, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but it's like mud.
That's what's kind of like priority number one for us was just having some good privacy. I think we won't know why no one else is building any house. I want to come up and be in the ring.
Exactly. So I gotta give this side here. We haven't even started on the second mud and watering here. So I'm gonna try to get all this cleaned up and prepared so we can start laying the block on this side as well.
We're having a bit of a hard time. That's gonna make it just a little bit more difficult.
I mean, if we had that first row down, we could easily just keep going.
Yeah, we're done.
Hello. I just took class. I had such a great time dancing, learning choreo. I haven't really learned choreo in a long time. When I say that, I don't talk about the show I'm doing, because that is definitely choreo as well, but this is very like LA type of choreo, and it's very different from what I do. I had such a great time, but now I'm in central London, like in the center, and it's so pretty outside. It's not too cold, so I wanted to walk around. I need to remember to look in the right direction, because I keep looking left and being like, oh, there's no car. Of course, because they're coming from the right. I really feel like more energized. I was so tired, and I was like, didn't really want to get out of the house. And I'm very, very, very happy I did. I feel like I'm transitioning in not taking dance too seriously and trying to train my brain to do so, because there is two different ways. Oh my god, chorus came from the left. I'm very confused. The first part of my life, dance was like fun. I'm having fun, I'm growing, I'm getting so much better every time. Yay, yay, yay. And I'm meeting great people, so inspiring, whatever. Not whatever, it's a big deal. I got really lucky with the people I saw and trained with. And then it became serious because I was involved in very big projects. I was surrounded by people that are very successful and very demanding on themselves to grow and like be better and like have such a big career. So it became so serious. And wait, I feel like I should watch my GPS for a second, because girl, where are you? There is two ways you can be walking. Okay, this is me following my map. Let me look on the right. There is a car. I'm not going. Oh my god, the stress. Okay, the car stopped. Maybe I'm gonna go. Why? Okay, it's green. Literally, I'm like a kid waiting that it's green. I feel like after it was the phase where it was extremely, extremely serious, and where I felt like whatever I do has a impact and can lead me to a different direction. So I was like, every step I take is so important, and like I was kind of stressing out a little bit about all of this, of like there is so many ways to be involved in the industry, and I kind of felt like I was making choices that were not helping me to keep going in this industry, but it felt like me. So I was like, should I go deeper? Should I not be me for a second so I can be successful the way I want to be? You know, like stuff like those type of conversation. But I can't. To be honest, I cannot not do just what I want. It was a part of my life where it was super serious. I was very aware of everything I was doing and doing a lot of stuff, not doing a lot of stuff I wanted to do because I was like, but if you do this, it's gonna lead you here, or people gonna see you that this way, so maybe don't do that, even though I really want to do it. I had such a deep connection with myself through dance, and now I want to keep that, of course, because I felt like if I became that dancer, there is a reason, and it kept me going. But there is a joy about dance that I miss, and that I wanted to take more space in my life. But it's really hard when it's also your job. That's what I'm trying to put emphasis on. Joy with dance. And I had a lot of joy today dancing. I'm so happy. But of course, the moment I had to be on camera, I freaked out. And I'm trying not to be too hard on myself because I'm like, that's your job. You should be able to be on camera. But to be honest, where I thrive is on stage. It's so cute. I'm gonna keep walking and look around. And then one day I'll take the train and go home. But for now, we're walking, baby. I look to the right. This time I look to the right.